Yeah, well, glad to get the win for sure, to be through and get myself a chance to play in the semifinals coming up. So that's the first thing that I'm really happy about. And then the match was difficult in many ways, but I can, when you win, you give yourself time to improve, and to give it another chance to play even better. So that's what I'll remember from today.
Okay, thank you. Questions, hands, please. One question each. David.
Hi there, Felix. It's a few years since you were in this position as a younger man. I just wonder, when the going was tough and you were having quite a few first-round defeats, did you ever doubt whether this moment might come again?
Well, I didn't think about it much because, I think it helps that, I had those moments pretty young in my career. Okay, if I was 35 now, maybe I would doubt if it would ever come again, if I was losing first round at, back end of my career. But I think even those last few years, I was young enough to think, okay, not that, will I be there, but I wasn't even thinking about that far away. I was more like, okay, what do I need to improve? What's happening? In which areas do I need to improve? What changes do I need to make? And so that's really what I was focused about, and was kind of more the day-to-day and the process.
Robert.
You spoke about the suit fitting on Monday. Obviously, the wedding is a big part of your life. How involved have you been with the preparations, or have you been fully focused on the tennis? And what would be more nerve-wracking, do you think? Being in the semi-finals of the US Open or walking down the aisle?
That's a good question. I don't know. The good thing is I was in the semifinals before. Walking down the aisle, I've never done. So, when it's a first, it's a special feeling for sure. I think people that were married can for sure relate. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, the fitting, we'll see. I haven't thought about it much yet, but obviously we're probably gonna have to postpone it. It's a quick turnaround. And in terms of the planning, no, I have to give her credit. She's done a lot. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was involved just as much as she was. She's been amazing for me because, getting engaged, I thought, well, it's a heavy season, a lot of tournaments that are important for me I need to focus on, so I won't have time to sit on every call and, all the meetings and to go there in person and do all that. So she's been really good.
Lucas.
Felix, well done today.
Thank
I wanted to ask just about the second set. You're down. It could have gone either way. In your mind, what was the difference that allowed you to win that set and ultimately level the match and get back in the match?
It's tough, man. It's tough, to be honest. I was struggling to find let's say, the level I found the last, the whole tournament, really. It was my toughest match, in this tournament so far. But even down a break in the second, I was like, okay, let's just believe that, keep going for it, keep having the same intentions, not change much, but just, believe that it's going to come back. It's going to come at some point. I'm going to connect a few and feel like, okay, yeah, here you go. And, to break back immediately, I think that was a great response mentally and in the game. And then, tiebreak, I went down in the tiebreak, but not down enough that you think, it's out of reach. So it was like, okay, you just got to win one clutch point and one important point, and then you're back in this. So, and then it was obviously very tight at the end. Could have gone either way, but came up with some good serves, some good shots, and yeah. And once I was a 1-set-0, I felt okay. You can settle into the match much more.
To extend what you just said, Alex and you both agreed that it wasn't the prettiest game, but is it somewhat satisfying to escape an ugly game and show mentally some toughness?
In a way, yes. Players that win Grand Slams, it's 7 matches. If you play perfect or great 7 matches, too good, right? But for sure, there's going to be 1, 2, maybe 3 of them that are going to be a struggle, and we've seen over the years. So it was actually good for me. There was even when I made semifinals here or quarterfinals in Australia, I would struggle a lot in my first rounds, ugly matches, winning 5 sets. So this tournament was actually different. I only lost a set until today. So it was actually a great start of the tournament. And today, both Alex and I think struggled big time at moments. But yeah, it was about having that belief that it will come, and that when the moment is on, under pressure, that you will respond well.
Felix on the right.
Felix, I know there's been a lot of talk about your mentor the last couple of weeks, but was there any special preparation? Because even the way you carry yourself on the court, even interacting more with the fans, even your dad cheering up more from the box, was there any point there was like a focus on just your mental coming into the tournament as a whole?
No, I mean, like I've been like that for a while. It's no different. Like I've been kind of that player or with that mindset. I mean, I think I had a similar question in 2021 actually about my composure on the court. So I've just tried to be myself. You know, I don't get too excited outside the court either, like in life in general. So that's how I am. You know, I don't try to be anybody different. But of course, sometimes in matches, you get the energy going, but I don't try to fake it. You know, I do it when I feel like the point deserves it. I do it when I feel like is the right moment, or after a big shot, or that the energy of the crowd, you know, is also helping me to get myself pumped. But there's moments in a match where sometimes you got to spend 30 minutes, an hour even, like without getting too excited, and you just got to stay composed, stay calm, and keep playing your tennis. And so in terms of my preparation, no, nothing much different. And then yeah, my dad, I don't know. He's usually calm. I don't know what's up with him this tournament. He's always up and cheering, so good for him.
Felix, you are waiting for your semi-final opponent now. Will you watch the match? What do you think or expect the outcome will be? What are the strengths or weaknesses between Yannick and Lorenzo? What do you expect tonight to happen?
Probably I'll watch, yeah. Go back to the hotel now and watch. I like to watch matches, so that's no different. And I mean, strengths and weaknesses, yeah. Yannick, not many strengths, huh? Like a lot of weaknesses in this game. I mean, what to say about, you know, Yannick's game? He's been obviously, you know, untouchable at times, but I'm not, honestly, the next match, I'm not really going to focus on my opponent more than myself. Like, I need to play good tennis. You know, I need to play even better than I did today, regardless of, you know, tactically what I want to do. I need to play at a high level in 2 days and in the next round as well. Like, there's no other way.
Two more in English. Big A and then Willie.
Felix, congratulations. You've done a lot of humanitarian work in Togo, and with Jasmine Paolini having a Ghanaian grandfather, you are probably as much of the face of tennis in Africa as anybody right now. How important is it to you to raise the profile of tennis in Africa, and what potential do you see in the continent in terms of maybe future players or more ATP, WTA tournaments outside of Marrakesh in the continent?
Well, a lot to unfold here, but in terms of my work, I mean, yeah, it's something that was important for me and my family to implement when the time was right in my career, and it started in the end of 2019. And it's been going ever since. So we're proud of that part of my, let's say, career or life, you know, and getting to go there and see everything in person is very gratifying, and, you know, helps me also to have, you know, a bit of perspective also with my career and seeing the challenges that some kids face there that I didn't face growing up. So obviously, yeah, that work is great. And in terms of the tennis, and actually, you would need my dad in here, like he would be able to answer more than me, because he's tried, you know, himself to get involved into the tennis there. I mean, tennis is his big passion in life, and he's tried to get involved with tennis in his home country and around West Africa, but it's not easy, you know, like everything in the world, it takes time, and, you know, you need to build many things, infrastructures and the right, you know, coaching and the people that know about the high-level game, and hopefully I would be the first one that would be happy if, you know, a player would break through from one of those countries and break through on the ATP tour. And in terms of ATP tournaments, it's also tough for the similar reasons that I said about infrastructures, to have, you know, some of the top level tournaments in that part of the world. But let's see after my career if I can be of any help. But for now, I'm going to focus on my tennis and my work that I do.
All right, last question, Willie.
Felix, how would you describe what Yannick has done the last 2 years, and what are your thoughts about the match you had most recently in Cincinnati?
He's improved a lot. I always, whenever I get asked, I give him credit because, I mean, you have to give credit when it's due. When somebody does the work and they improve and they get to that level, you just have to tip your hat off. And obviously that's what I hope to do in my career as well, to improve in such a way. And obviously the perfect scenario would have been to win against him in Cincinnati. And I think like let's say the medium scenario, the okay scenario is having a chance to actually play him. We hadn't played in some years, so if I get to play him in the next round, it's like, okay, I know more what to expect of like, okay, this is what he plays like today compared to 2022. And I was able to, feel his game. So now, I can really prepare and say, okay, this is what to expect. And I can go in, knowing that.
Just one follow-up. What is the biggest difference that you see from a couple of years ago until recently?
Physicality, movement, got much better, stronger physically. The serve, the forehand, more precise. The backhand was always consistent. The return was always good, deep. But yeah, those are like the main things.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps.
All right, thank you, everyone. Let's transition to French, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.